you don't truly understand the level of like importance it is until it truly happens. So I mean, honestly, last season was a huge learning curve for me and a learning moment for me. But it was honestly, I can't be more grateful for it because honestly, it'll make me better.
When you're in the middle of it, do you realize like, oh, this is a different deal, or is it on reflection at the end?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to honestly like sit there and reflect during the season because it goes so fast. I mean, once the game's over, you're on the next day. You're already on to the next team, so you really can't. I mean, it's tough to reflect. So like, the reflection really doesn't truly come until after the season, I guess you could say. So like, that's really where the learning curve comes from.
No Jalen and no Deshaun today. A lot of guys that we haven't seen. Talk to us a little bit about that receiving core for this year.
Yeah, honestly, those guys haven't really practiced very much. Obviously, Jalen did early, but he kind of got just tweaks just from a long spring, and then Deshaun didn't practice at all. So I mean, we've seen a lot of guys step up this spring from both of those rooms, the tight end room and the receiving room. So it's been really impressive so far. Honestly, he's obviously
like
you saw yeah, you saw today. He's an impressive guy, and so it'll be really fun to work with him.
What have you seen out of the offensive line during the course of the spring?
Yeah, honestly, they've made huge strides this offseason in the run game and in the pass game, everything, and even in their bodies, like just in the weight room. So it's been really incredible to see.
What feels different this spring than last spring, I guess, comparatively, for you?
Yeah, honestly, I would just say like the whole mindset everyone has this spring is just a completely different mindset. Honestly, like we thought last year like we were working hard, but I feel like this year it's like taken to a whole nother level. And I just feel like everyone is honestly more motivated from the season we had last year to this year.
How do you feel in terms of feeling comfortable just at your position and everything like that after going through a season and having that experience?
Honestly, I feel completely fine. For me, it was more just growing from the mental aspect of it. Obviously, there was stuff on the field, but like the mental game that football plays on you is something that you really learn from. You really don't truly understand it until you're in the moment.
You go against your defense every day. How do you feel those guys progress during the spring?
Yeah, honestly, it's really fun to work against those guys every day, in spring and fall, because it's one of the best defenses in the country. So playing against them every day, it can make during the season pretty easy.
With the growth that you've seen,